Nice. Without having to win every individual battle.
Yes, sir. So we'll be talking about this one. Actually, I'll put it up on a. Dude, that looks so good with the live like this.
It does.
Let me jump on my personal account.
Great title.
Um, we are live.
Yeah, that's a good title. Yeah, look, it does look good. Actually, I like the pink how it matches with the blend of the colors we chose. Like go look at the live and look at the look. It looks amazing.
We jump in, my friends. Okay. So, boom, boom. Now, I don't know if I have the chat done right on YouTube.
I'll check it.
Well, I meant like so I can see it, you know. Um, I just don't ever want to miss anybody on other platforms because we are streaming on other platforms. We are starting a little bit early, which is good. I just feel much better about it. Alrighty. I'm excited about tonight because I think a lot of people have questions and want to learn volume profiles. Hopefully I do a good job tonight.
All right, shared it out. Yeah, I seen your post. You were waiting there for a while to get your entry. It seems like.
Yeah, I finally got in. Yeah, it just barely got. I thought I wasn't going to get in on Friday. What day? Yeah, on Thursday. Yeah, Friday. It went right down to it. It didn't get me in, and I was kind of bummed about it. But I didn't chase, and I'm so thankful I didn't chase. See, this is what's no one talks about this stuff, but I set my limits of buy orders. I've made my trade plan, and it front ran me by $1, and I didn't panic and chase. I waited all weekend. I completely ignored price action. I still waited for my plan, and I'm finally in. I'm instantly in profits. So does it mean that I'm gonna be for sure gonna win this trade? No, but I didn't chase it, and that no one talks about that stuff. I try to be I'm very patient for my entries.
Yeah, that's a
So
good trader. Being a good trader is patience.
I waited for a long time for this trade, and I actually have two trades. I have another trade if I'm wrong here. I have one more trade plan, and then if that doesn't work, then I got to come up with another one. But those are the two trading plans I have. And then
So was you waiting to get your entry from the value area range? So you pulled it from back in the beginning of February from the dip.
yep,
Is that what you did?
yeah,
Yep.
I did. Yep, from February all the way, got the range, and then the value area low was 65,950. But then you look at this type of stuff. It's like this low right here. It's not a good low. It's a poor low. It's got the closes on the daily are too close. It's on a Sunday. Look at Sunday's low. So it's just pretty obvious that it's going to be taken. Then you got this Sunday's low right here. That Sunday was now taken. So all weekend price action was taken. This one did happen on a Sunday too. So we'll see if I have 4 limit sell orders, or excuse me, buy orders. One was hit. The other one was front ran by $400. We'll see what New York does. I'd actually love for New York to come in tomorrow and dunk even further. That'd be ideal for me to get me a couple more entries. But I'm looking at 100,000. So, and I'll explain that all in the video tonight. So.
Yeah, I mean it's obvious. I believe we're going back there for sure. Obviously, it's just the time part of it, right? So the win. I actually had a guy ask me that, but there's no way to really know when that's going to happen. There's obviously the signals you can watch for that sort of tell you the direction that we're going.
Everybody wants to know when.
Yeah, yeah, right. Obviously, because then everybody would get the perfect entry, right? Yeah, we know that never happens.
Okay. We're picking up. I'm so glad we got done this early. We're going to start here in a little bit, guys. We started a little bit earlier because last time we had technical difficulties. I ensured that was good. How are we doing on other platforms? Zach, YouTube good? YouTube, Kick. We have YouTube, Kick, Twitch.
Yep, we got 2 people. Yep. So we got some people watching on YouTube. We're live.
Heck yeah.
Good there. Let's check.
TikTok's not live. I have to be.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So
I have
let's
to be
check.
accepted on that one.
Yeah, I thought that was when I had put that on there. I think you have to have so many people watching you and following you on there, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you have to beg for it. It's kind of weird.
Yep. So we're good on Kick.
Oh, we're live on. Okay, cool. I didn't know that was working. Okay, good. That's good to know.
Yep. And then which other ones are we on?
Twitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Facebook.
Twitch.
But I think Facebook's giving me trouble. They all give me trouble.
Yep. So we're good there. Yep. Live on Twitch. Did you get an error on Facebook? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's giving me error. I want to go through that with you and figure that out.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
Yep, we're gonna go live here, guys, in about 5 minutes. We're just setting up a little bit early, so forgive, but it's gonna be an action-packed night. Lots to talk about. Someone can hit me up on Twitter, on a Twitter chat. That'd be huge to see if it's actually working. Because at the moment, I don't see anything. I can pull it up on my phone.
Chat. Yeah, it's here. It's working.
Is there people saying stuff? Because I can't see it on my end.
No, nobody's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, perfect. That did come up. Okay, great. Hey, what's up, Nick? Hey, what's up, Zach?
There we go.
Okay, it does work. Perfect. I wish I could see. What's up, Brian? Hey. A Tess. Working on Twitter. Yeah, cool. I wish. I'm using Streamlabs, and I only see X, Zach. I don't see YouTube. Hmm. Bummer. Well,
YouTube. Okay, you don't see YouTube, but YouTube does work.
the chat though, I can't see the chat, unfortunately.
Yep.
Let me
So
pull up
we've
the.
got. Okay, so you've got.
I'll just pull it up on YouTube just in case on my phone, because I
Just
can
make
see
sure you.
Twitter.
But yeah, you got one guy on there. So how fast would the reversal come? I honestly would prefer later April, May, so I can buy more. And Benjamin Cowan sees the first half of April bearish, choppish. I hate to say it, but he's usually right.
Yeah, that's actually. Let me jump on Twitter, cause or not YouTube channel. Let me go to that chat. Okay, perfect. Um, y- the low could be in now. So I have two. I'll explain kind of my thought process on how fast. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would assume I would like April to be bearish, the beginning of the month to be bearish. Um, but the low might be in. The low might actually be in. So for Bitcoin, there's two scenarios I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I'll explain that tonight. We're gonna go. We'll get into it in about a minute now. Um, so tonight, I'll wait for a minute. Just want to do the right thing. Wait for people. We have started a little early. Sunday's bearish, perfect, low volume. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to buy Junction Coin. Just gonna wait a little bit longer. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin tonight. Twitter alerts popping off. It's good to see that working. Good. Love to
So
see it.
looking at the history, um, we had it looks like back in 21, April was bearish. And then we had in 22, April was looks like bearish as well. So 21 and 22 was bearish. April in 23 started out, yeah, actually it was just pretty much chopped. It stayed around the value area range, so didn't really move too much. Um, it was in an uptrend starting back from the December. And then it looks like April of 24, it was sort of the same way, up and down, but it was a little more bearish. It did close the month lower. So then 25, April was, if we're looking at it here, it did start bearish the beginning, but then it skyrocketed. So the later half of the month, halfway through the month, it really took off.
Okay. All right, we're live. All right, my friends. It's good to know, Zach. Okay, guys. Tonight we're gonna be doing a little bit different kind of live stream. Talked about it in the a lot of people ask me about Pac-Man. Some people it clicks quicker than others. Some people struggle with it. So tonight's live stream is really going to be dedicated to Q&A. You can ask me anything. The philosophy. I'm going to go into volume profiles. I'm going to be talking auction market theory. I'm going to keep it really simple. This is not going to be something that's should be complicated. If it is, ask. Don't be ashamed of any question. I want to help people. I really do. I want to simplify charting and technical analysis as best I can. Most people, most charting platforms, most people want to make it difficult, so you require them. I try to do the exact opposite. I want to put the tools in your hands, and so that's what tonight's live stream is going to be about. I'm going to do Bitcoin Elliot Wave, two trading scenarios that I'm personally looking for, volume profiles, auction market theory, Pac-Man, and then maybe some altcoins. But tonight's going to be a little bit different. So, yeah, anything else before I start, Zach?
Nope.
All
No,
right.
you're good.
All right, my
Let's go.
friends. All right. So Bitcoin. I've been waiting for this level here, and it's going to tie into Pac-Man, and it's going to tie into auction market theory. And the one thing I want to show you guys is go to my at TradeSafe AI right now and scroll down just a little bit, okay? And I want you to bookmark something. I want you to keep this, okay? I'm going to actually retweet it so you don't have to look too much, okay? I'm going to repost it, okay? This image right here, okay? Screenshot it. This will save you so much pain in the future, I promise you. I built you a little flow chart, all right? Copy it, screenshot it, tattoo it on your forehead, do whatever you need to memorize this. If you follow this, just this right here, just this, you'll be 99% better than the majority of people. And I'm going to explain this in great detail for you and help you tonight decipher its meaning. It is not complicated. So if you're afraid, you don't understand candles, you don't understand auction market theory, oh, that's a big word. I'm going to really do my best to make it super simple for you. If you still don't get it, ask me. Okay. A couple of things. If this is something you already know and you want a deeper dive in it, you can buy the book called Mind Over Markets by Dalton. It's a beautiful book on teaching you auction market theory. Get it on Audible. Listen to it. But I'm giving you what it teaches in image form, in its simplest form here. So, yeah, bookmark that. I just retweeted it at TradeSafe AI. Follow me there. Grab that and keep it. Put it on your desktop because this is what we're going to talk about tonight. And here, what I'll do is we'll pull this up, keep this in your mind, and we will go to TradingView. Okay, so you have that now on your chart. If you're at your computer, put that on like a side monitor if you want, so you can always reference it. Bitcoin starts off the day bearish. This is beautiful. So we're starting off the week bearish. I would assume we're going to come and take this low. This would be super ideal for me because I have more limit orders ready to go. But in that image, we talked about the value area low, which is this line. Let me actually change these colors so I can keep it all the same to the image. Okay. And then we'll go to the POC. We're going to make it yellow because this is the yellow brick road. I'm going to explain Pac-Man. Okay. So here's the value area. The value area is just the 70% of the transacted volume within the range. So there's buyers and there's sellers. That's it. So there's people that are buying and there's people that are selling. It is a simple auction process. I would like to buy at this price. I would like to sell at this price. Volume profile tells you where that all transacted at. So appreciate the restream, bro. The retweet. Now, when you're at the value area low, pull up that flow chart. You'll see that if you're holding below value, price is seeking lower value, but it's at your advantage. So we're just going to backtrack just a little bit. This green line is called the value area low. So this is where people from February all the way to the end of March have deemed price to be in balance. The point of control is where the most transacted volume occurred. The most buyers, the most sellers occurred at this price. This is the value area high. This is considered premium pricing. This is where a lot of people found it expensive and sold. A lot of people found it cheap down at the value area lows. Now, 99% of the world buy within this value. Okay. I set a rule. My rule, write this down, my friends. I will never buy with inside value. If you say that to yourself, you're going to win more than you think. Okay. The rule is I will not buy within value. Now, there are traders. There's very good traders that can do that. Buy at point of controls, target value area highs. Yes, there's trading strategies using that. But I'm talking to the majority of people that have no idea what this means, and they just want a trading strategy. So what I'm sharing is the statistical probability that you're not at a huge disadvantage. If you buy within value, you're at a massive disadvantage, okay? Because you're right in no man's land. You're right with every single person in this range. You're just doing what the majority is doing. So, what's up, Angela? If you're buying near 68,000, so is everybody else. What makes you different? You're not. You're just like everybody else. But what makes you different if you long below value? See how you're below value here? And look where price can take you, to upper value. So this was a trade scenario. If you would have bought below value, you could have taken profits at the point of control and value area high, and then waited to see what happens. What happens when price goes to the value area low? Reversals happen. Okay, reclaim value. What do you target? Point of control, value area high, back to value area low. It's super simple. So follow that flow chart. If you have any questions, let me know. But the point is one rule that I want everybody listening to this video, even if it's on a recording, you tell yourself, I will never buy within value. That's it. And if you apply that philosophy to all your trades, whether it's a yearly chart, whether it's a monthly chart, weekly chart, daily chart, 1 minute time frame, you're at a huge advantage. Now, another rule I'm going to help you with, and write this down, follow the flow chart, is if you're below value, the number one rule is I will not short below value. Okay? Just say that to yourself. If I'm below value, what do you think the majority is wanting to do here? The majority thinks it's a breakdown. Could it? Yes. Could this break down and we go down to 57,000? Yes. But what if it reverses here? The majority are thinking short. That's what the majority does. I short below value. But that is a terrible rule. That's a rule you'll never break. So write that rule down. I will never short below value. Why? Because that gives you a statistical advantage to not get wrecked. Okay, just like up here. My number one rule is I will not long above value, which is the value area high. This is considered premium pricing. If you long above value, you are at a statistical disadvantage. Could you win? Could the trade go into your favor? Absolutely. But you're at a massive disadvantage if you go to trade long above value. So I want to backtrack just a little bit because this is a live stream for the beginners. Value area low, I will not short below value. Above value, I will not long above value. I will not trade within value. So, simple. If you're below value, I will look for longs. If I'm above value, I will look for shorts. Now, we're going to backtrack a little bit more because we're going to apply a little bit more to this, okay? Now, there's context to every single thing, okay? There's context within this range. Now, I'm talking about this little sideways chop that we've been in for several months, okay? But there's more context, okay? There's much more context involved if we zoom out, because then there's another chapter involved. But the principle remains the same, okay? It never changes between time frames. So when I zoom out, you're going to apply the same philosophy with what we're looking at. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit more, and we're going to look at more price action. I'm going to delete all the noise on the chart, okay? You see this volume, okay? Now we're going to look at this downtrend, okay? This is when the sellers started taking control. So we want to know where the volume is between this range. So you're going to go from the tippy to the bottom. You're going to grab your volume, fixed volume profile, and you're going to run it to the top and to the bottom. That simple. This is where the most transacted volume has occurred. Okay, this is right here. So since this downtrend, when we zoom out, we're actually below value. Okay, so should you be shorting this region? What's the rule say? Absolutely not. Could you short in a lower time frame? Could you? Yes. But you're at could it drop down to 57,000 and you're a genius? Yes. But that still is a statistical disadvantage for you, especially if we start to move up higher. You're going to get squeezed. So, so you want to make sure that you understand where you are within this context. Since the top, we're below value of this entire range. So knowing this, we can say, okay, I am looking for longs. That's what I'm personally doing. I am below the range. Why did I buy here? I actually think we're going to 57,000. But I still bought just in case I'm wrong. Okay, because we could reverse here and hold this low and not take out 60,000. And then what am I going to do? I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to have an entry. I'm not going to partake in the move higher. And so I've decided that I'm going to have two trade scenarios. This trade scenario here and the one down here. And so far I'm in one trade. I got one entry. So, but I'm looking at this to target this volume profile in the future. So I'm already thinking ahead of this is where the most transacted volume has occurred since September, since the beginning of October. So that's where the most transacted volume is. So if price were to remain and hold this region and actually defeat the value area high, the principle remains the same when you zoom out. So here's the value area low right here. Here's the value area low. And then here's the value area high of this range. Okay. And I'm gonna show you how Pac-Man is triggered. I'm gonna explain Pac-Man in great details. But here's the value area low right here. And we'll make that green so you can see it. And we'll make this one red so you can see it. Okay. So if we hold this region and get above the value area high, the context says we will target the value area low. Okay. Now, what do we do with the value area low? Follow the flow chart. Pull up that flow chart really quick. Okay. If this starts to click for you, I promise you, it'll change your life. I'll never forget it. The day I discovered it in my office, such a long time ago, I ran down the stairs and I told my wife, I get it. I finally understand. I couldn't figure it out. It took me forever. And I always relive that moment because it was such a pain point for me. I couldn't comprehend. And the light bulb clicked on. So I want that light bulb to click on because once it does, the stress goes away. You know, a lot of people come to me and they're like, "Oh man, what are we gonna do? What? And I feel so bad because there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I could say because I can't know what price is going to do. It is physically impossible. But there's triggers that help me with understanding of what price could be doing and what it could be targeting. And that's where your edge is. That's where my methodology is. And that's what helps me. That's why I'm not afraid right now. I'm not afraid right now because I know where we are within value. We're below value. There's a lot of fear here. And so I'm looking at this as a possible swing trade for me. And so I know that I'm below value on the range, and I know I'm below value on this entire range since October. So we are targeting this region if we can reclaim it. Look where we are right now as we speak. We're right at the value area low, okay? Right at it. So if we can manage to hold this level, we are going to target within value. That's simple. What do we do within value? If we begin to hold above value, we will target the next value. Now, if we can reclaim this value, okay, this is what we can't know until we get there. This is why I'm a level to level person. I will go, okay, we've reclaimed, we're consolidating above the value area high of this mini range. We're going to target the next range above us. This is what we're targeting. So we're going to set an alert right here. I want to see this alert go off. What do we do with this alert? Do we reject it? Then we look lower to where? The value. Okay, that's it. If we can reclaim it like this, what do we target? The point of control. What do we do with the point of control? Do we get above it or reject it? If we get to it, look at the flow chart. We reject it. Let's say we reject it. What does the flow chart say? Target the value area low. Do we hold the value area low? Then target the point of control. What happens if we break above the point of control? What do we target? the value area high. Okay? So if you see this come to pass, what is your target? The value area high, 108,000. Okay? This is just the rules of auction market theory. Now, with auction market theory, the majority lose, my friends. Okay? We've heard it all over and over and over and over and over and over. The majority lose. Okay? You heard it. Majority of people lose. I'm showing you where the majority is. So if we reclaim, the majority of people are in this range. Okay? The majority of people. Okay? The majority of people are in this range. So if we hold lower, the majority are going to get squeezed. Okay? If we hold above, the majority are going to get squeezed, giving you courage. Courage for higher prices. Let me take a drink. So that's auction market theory and Pac-Man. Now, I'm going to explain Pac-Man a little bit differently, okay? Because this is the hardest part about, this is my favorite analogy because I couldn't understand it a long time ago on how I can explain it. I can't explain it. How can I explain it? The best way I could explain it is Pac-Man, because there are levels that are never hit, and I'm going to show you this with the monthly. Let's do it on the weekly profile. So the weekly profiles, do I want to do it on the week? We'll do it on the weekly. Okay, we're going to zoom in here, all right? And I'm going to show you Pac-Man theory in detail, okay? So here's a weekly profile. Each box, each purple box is a week worth of data. Now, in this particular chart right here, in this square right here, this is a week's worth of data. This is the value area low of that week. This is the most transacted volume of that week. And here's the most transacted volume of the high, the premium price of that week right here. And if you follow along here, look where price goes to these levels. Constant. Look at how it just clears the value of this entire week, premium pricing, then goes right back down to the value area low. Then it just kind of cycles through this and eats it up like Pac-Man does. Pac-Man comes in and clears value, comes in, clears all these value area lows, value area lows, value area lows. And so you're looking to long these value area lows. But the context is if I'm gonna long this, my take profit for this area is going to be this week's value area high. We're above the point of control. See this, my friends? So this is why I bought here. Okay, I told this to you guys a couple days ago. I'm waiting for this level. I'm instantly in profit. Does it mean I'm going to win this trade? No. But right now, I'm instantaneously in profit. I waited for this level. It's below value. It's below the week's value. It's below the range's value. I'm buying this. Why? Because it's below value. That's it. Is it because I think it's going to do something, or blah, 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 or someone told me, or some guru told me, or the war or something on Twitter? None of that matters to me. All I know is that's value. That's where value area low is. So I'm going to take profits at this just in case I'm wrong. So I set my stop. I set an alert here. I'll set another alert here at what? This point of control. Pac-Man will target this level. Okay? This is a point of control. This is where the majority is. This is a ball in the Pac-Man's game. So this right here is the majority. See this yellow line? That is Pac-Man. This dot, it was cleared already. Now it's above that. So what do we target? The value area high. Get above that, we get the next majority. Hope that makes sense. Because once that clicks, okay, once that simple thing clicks, you're changed. You'll never look at price action again the same. I developed an indicator, the VWAP indicator, that does the same exact thing, but with with VWAPs. So you can get that on my website. It's $9. You know, yeah, I'm shilling it, but it's the best VWAP indicator in the world. I love it. It's the best thing ever. I highly recommend that you get it. I think I have it for, I think we did it for 30 days free. Isn't that right, Zach? Is that still up?
It should be.
Okay. I would take huge advantage of that. Wink, wink, wink. Just get it. Cancel it. It doesn't matter to me. Plot it on your chart with your favorite indicators. Wouldn't hurt. It does not hurt my feelings. I actually want you to have it. So, but the VWAP indicator is the same philosophy as Pac-Man. These are just based on VWAPs instead of volume profiles. So I hope that helps with auction market theory. I try to keep it simple. How long we in it? Like what, 35 minutes? So 15 minutes talking about that. If you have any questions, just let me know. That is, if this part can actually click with you, you do not need a single soul ever again. You can trade solely off this philosophy. You don't need anything else. I personally trade with volume profiles and VWAPs. That is my trading strategy. Volume profiles and VWAPs. That's all I personally use. So to get into a trade. Yes, do I use other indicators? Yes. Do I use crossovers and bullish divergence? Yes, I do use that. But the majority of everything I think about is volume profiles and VWAPs. Learn those two. You're on your own. You don't need a single soul again. You can trade any asset that tracks volume on any time frame. It's like, I don't know why not a lot of people talk about it. It's literally the best. If you want to get into order flow, that's another one that I highly recommend. I personally just haven't gotten good at it. And so order flow is something I need to get into. Hey boss, give me some mental strength. Will hasn't hit 2 cents. Will Jasmine hit? Are you talking about Jasmine? Will Jasmine hit 2 cents? I'll talk about Jasmine in just a moment. I think that's what you're talking about. Jasmine's a frustrating asset. It looks like it's in accumulation. I'll explain that again in this video. I want to talk a little bit now about the Bitcoin Elliot wave. So I have two scenarios at this moment. The scenario is that we come and take this area, which we already have entered, but I'm looking at this area for an accumulation range. This is what I want. I got it. Now I'm waiting for some sort of rally. This is what I want to see here in the very, very near future, is a rally of some kind. I'm targeting my alerts. See my alerts? Okay, see my alerts? I set them. I wait for them. I'm so patient for this. I just hope you know that. Like, I am so patient for my trades. It's, there's people out there that trade every single day, and it tosses people to and fro because, they're bullish one day, bearish, and they don't understand the context of day traders and swing traders. I'm personally a swing trader. When I first entered this space, I was a day trader. I realized that it's actually not helping people to day trade. They just too many people just could not comprehend it, and they just struggle. You were bullish yesterday, and now you're bearish, and now you're this. That's what day trading is. You have to be that way, and so it tossed people around, and I hated it, and so I switched my strategy on Twitter and adjusted to my followers, and I switched to swing trading, which is much better for me personally because I'm a very busy person. So this is a swing trade that I'm looking for. I personally believe we're going to get some sort of clear ABC pattern. This is what I think is coming. Now, if we get this ABC pattern coming, it would suggest we're going to 40,000, roughly in this range in the future, if it's an ABC. Now, I'm gonna pick two sides of the fence. It's probably gonna make people mad because I'm gonna be right no matter what happens. Okay, that's not my intention. It's my strategy that if this happens, I need to prepare for this region. Okay, and so but I have a trigger that I need to see in order for me to think 200,000. So I will tell you right now, I actually think we're going to break new all-time highs. That's my personal scenario. I actually believe we're going to break new all-time highs. We're going to go to 117,000, break new all-time highs, and probably go to 178,200K. That's my personal strategy. That's what I'm thinking. But when I'm thinking that, I go, okay, where am I wrong? That's all I want to know. Where am I wrong in my thinking? it would be that if we reject this upper value, okay, which I think is what it's going to happen. Like, let me explain. It's going to look like that. And so I'm mentally preparing for the worst thing for most traders. And for bullish traders, this would be the hardest thing. For bearish traders, this would be the hardest thing, because all bears, if we get this relief rally, every single bear on the planet is going to lust for this short. I promise. I would. I'm just telling you. Like, this right here would be a perfect area to short. So expect a severe reaction in this area, and it's going to toss you because you're going to think this. Could it happen? Yes. Mentally prepare for that. So, but I would need to see a reclaim and a loss of a special level. I'll explain that in the video. Okay. So we're going to watch this in the future, and I'm going to call higher and higher and higher and higher and higher until we lose a level. Then I submit that we're going to this. Okay. Then I'll submit and I'll explain it. If we move up higher in some sort of ABC format, we are going to put up one thing and one thing on the chart, and that is the VWAP. See this VWAP? Okay. We're going to run it. Okay. This is all I care about moving forward. If we pump and go up to here, I need to see the VWAP. The VWAP is going to rise with this quote unquote ABC pattern. If we move up higher and we start to reclaim value like I talked about. Let me delete this so you can see, because this is the play that's coming several months from now, and I want my friends to have it, because this is how I'm thinking. Doesn't mean I'm perfect, doesn't mean I'm gonna be right, but this is how I strategize. Just like we called reclaiming value, what do we target? The point of control, and it just deletes through it. Okay, we got to remember that value. Okay, so right now this is the VWAP. If we move higher, this isn't there. I'm drawing it for you as if it was. So price must hold this VWAP. As we move higher, it's going to tap the VWAP. If it holds it, we're going to always think bullish thoughts, always think bullish thoughts, always think bullish thoughts. Keep going. If we lose it, I'll go whoopsie. No bueno, my friends. No bueno. We're going to target this area down here. Okay? But then this could happen, and I'm not joking. Expect this to happen if we're going to be on the bullish side. Reclaim it. Then I'm going to flip again. Okay, see, I'm going to flip again. Now I'm bullish again. But, dude, you just said we're going to 40K. I don't care. We're above the VWAP. Okay, and if we do that, then I will continue to think higher prices. And what's that going to be based by? The VWAP from the low. So this is why this right here, my friends, is going to help you so much. I'm already ready for it. It's the best tool for you to have is the VWAP. Okay, it's 30 days free. Just go get it. Cancel it. It doesn't bother me. Learn the module. Learn VWAPs. I teach you VWAPs, the indicator, and everything you need to know. I want you to have it. Go get it. Okay, because this right here is going to dictate to me whether we're going to 178, 200K, breaking new all-time highs. What is it? The VWAP. So I'm waiting for this low to get put in and us to start to break out. When we start to break out, I'm going to constantly point at that VWAP. That VWAP is going to tell me bullish, bearish, doesn't matter. And then if we reclaim value, I trigger Pac-Man. And then, you know, the rest is history. So I hope that helps, my friends. So we got through Pac-Man, auction market theory, Bitcoin Elliot wave. You know, I don't have Elliot wave on this chart, but I'm talking about the ABC pattern. And if we get this ABC pattern like this of some kind, then it's going to be difficult for people. And so I just want you to mentally prepare for this type of move coming. And if so, then we're going to get some. And if we start to reject this area, then I would target this area for another accumulation range. Now, if we go higher, now this is going to be the next huge part, okay? If we go higher and we make new all-time highs and we break above and go to like 100, 178, 200,000, I do believe that would be the top, and we would have, around that region. Could it go much higher, like 50%? Yes. But I would say under the long-term time frame of this entire impulse higher, I think that would be the top, and we're going to get several years of a bear market. If we go up now and hold this area and we move up to 200K like right now, I do believe that that would be euphoria. We should see euphoria in this region, and it's going to be several very long time of a sideways bear market, like something that's just going to suck. And that's what I'm preparing for. And so that's why I have my alert set, and I'm preparing for, this would be the fifth wave. This would be somewhat what they call the extended fifth, and this would be an area that it would be the top, and then we would see a correction of ABC correction of this entire thing, okay? Because this would be the extended fifth of this entire thing. So very quick rundown of Elliott wave. Just mentally prepare for this next 6 months to be brutal. I think it's going to be brutal because it's going to be bulls and bears flipping each other off. My dad can beat up your dad. Black swan versus white swan. That's all you're going to hear. And I told you so's and grave stomping, and bears were right the entire time. Bulls were right the entire time. I told you I was right. I told you I was wrong. Or it's going to be stupid. It's not going to be fun. I already know it. To me, I'm mentally preparing for that. Because it should be that way. Because this entire move is going to look like what bulls want and what bears want. So that's the hardest. And I explained this 6 months ago. This part is going to be the worst part of everything. It's going to be so hard. Crypto Sky, what's up, Crypto Sky? Would you check out Vet? I sure would. I will. Is there anything else I need to cover, Zach? I think that was it.
No, I think that was it. No, I loved it. You did a great job, and of course we got to see Bitcoin and Pac-Man trigger on the stream. That was great. So it really gives an idea of how to understand the volume profiles, and of course your VWAP. So no, I think just Vet is the only one. If you're planning on doing any coins, I know we didn't discuss that at all, but if you are,
yeah, show me some. If you guys want to ask any questions on volume profiles, let's see. Is there? I'll say this. We did get a donation, very kind, from the Davison family. So I am going to be running a promotion here soon on a scholarship program. So for those listening, TradeSafe AI is going to be showing a scholarship program to TradeSafe AI. You get all our education modules here, and you'll get the command center. You'll get the institutional levels, VWAT. You'll get this whole thing. So you'll get the mobile app, the command center, and which is a EXE. You can get it on the Microsoft Store. It's what you're seeing me live stream from. It's a single windowed operating system. I want you to have it. It's free at the moment. If you go to my website or the Microsoft Store and search TradeSafe AI, you can get the command center for free. You can get the mobile for free. There is a small paywall for Pro, but we got to make something. So just a heads up there, but it is free. So, and it's a very generous free model. So just so you know, I give a lot for free with that. So, but we are going to do the scholarship program so you can get access to learn all this stuff for free, and you'll get the command center and mobile with that. So be ready for that to come here in the future. We're waiting on Twitter because we just got our business profile, okay, on X. So we finally got business. We're legit, my friends. We did it. 8 months. We worked so hard to get to this point, and here we are today. So I'm very, very happy about that. But we are running into a little bit of promotion issues, and so we're waiting on that to get resolved so we can really send this app out and get it into people's hands. So there you go. What level to trigger alt season? Okay. what level to trigger alt season, and then I'll do vet, no problem. Let me go to trading view and go to others. We'll go to others. I haven't looked at the others chart in a long time. Okay. Yeah, this would be, oh my gosh, you guys. I mean, listen, okay, I'm so glad you asked that because we're going to talk about alt season, okay? If you look at something like Bic or Jasmy compared to, let me see here, do I even have it on this one? Others compared to Bitcoin. Look at this. Others compared to Bitcoin, okay? Others have been getting decimated. If others can break out here, oh my goodness, okay? This could happen. There's that. Let me pull up. Let me see if we have Jasmy compared to, where is that? Maybe it's here. Because I want to show you this. So Jasmy's at one of its lowest it's ever been compared to Bitcoin. It would have been better for me just to hold Bitcoin instead of Jasmy. If I didn't take 4 profits in Jasmy, it would have been terrible for me. I'm thankful for it. This is why I have limit sell orders in Jasmy. I just do. I build my apps and I set my limit sell orders. So no matter what, I try to make something. But Jasmy's actually at its lowest level compared to Bitcoin. And if Jasmy can actually finally get above this, then we can trigger it. Boom. Then we can get an alt season in something like Jasmy. But we pull other coins like others. Okay, others. We're coming right into this range here, right into the point of control. So this is others compared to USDT dominance. So this is tethered dominance. So we reject. Oh man, this is so brutal. You know, we almost have an alt season breakdown. We almost get an alt season. They faked us out. They did it again on us 3 times in a row. Middle finger. Do you see the middle finger? I see the middle finger. Do you see it, Zach? They're messing with us, dude. This one right here lied to everybody, and we reclaim value. Okay, we're still in this triangular pattern. I would say we can trigger alt season when we can finally close candles. Okay, this is what you're going to do. Type in this, others/USDT.D. Okay, get this on your chart. Add this to your chart, okay? If we can finally start to close candles above this value area high right here, then I would trigger alt season. Okay? Man, we almost had it 3 times. It sucks. In hindsight's 2020. If we held this region, we're at a greatest risk because we're above value, then you could target this, okay? Then it's a breakout of this triangle, and it can go crazy. I want to be in there. Trust me. It's going to take a risk to get in there, but we need to get above value. That's number 1. If I pull up for alt season, others compared to USDT, I would love to see this happen. Reclaim and hold it. If we can hold it, then we can target this way. Okay, this would be huge. That's others compared to Bitcoin. So that would be an alt season. Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance rejects the value area point of control. Look at this. This is right here. See, we pointed at this level, targeted the box. Look at this box rejection. Okay. Even though I cannot believe they did that in October 10th. Liquidated everybody. Such a scam move. We're rejecting this point of control right here. Okay. So that means if we target the value area low. Now, my friends, where is Bitcoin at right now? Okay. Just let me help you. Are you afraid? Okay. Is things like React below value? Yes. Are you afraid? Let me help you. Okay. Could we go lower? Yes. But just let me help you. Where is Bitcoin? It's at the value area high of the entire range. So this has to hold. And it's below value. Okay. And it's near these lows, the VWAPs. It's near the lows of this range. We're looking for a bottom here. Now, let's go back to Bitcoin dominance. If we think Bitcoin is finding its low somewhere in this region, which I do think is going to happen, and we can pull up the Bitcoin chart, Okay. And if Bitcoin if this rejects the point of control, which it is, we would target the value area low right here. Then that tells us one thing and one thing only to me. If Bitcoin is bullish and we break down and target the value area low, we're going to get an alt season. Alts should run here. So this is why I'm looking to swing this. Have we been getting wrecked? Yes. This is the scam wick. See this? Yeah, I was in it. Lost a lot of money. Okay, on this October event. So I know what it's like. But looking at it based on the rules of Pac-Man and auction market theory, if we reject this and Bitcoin begins to rise, if we can find a low here of some kind, okay, and start to rise here, and Bitcoin dominance begins to fall here, where's the money going? It should be going into some alts. So you can pull up your others chart, you compare yourself to Bitcoin, others. Is it finding a low here? Look at this. Come here. Guys, come hang out with me for a second. We're at the lowest volatility, some of the lowest volatility of others. Okay? Lowest volatility. Okay? Look at the lowest volatility. Look at the low volatility. I'm just showing you. Where is it in price? Look what happens. Come here for a second. I know I'm annoying, but follow me here. Look where we are on the wave trend. We're at the lowest, one of the lowest parts of the wave trend. See? With the low right here on this one. This is called volatility. Low volatility. Low wave trend. Look what happens next. Okay? Look what happens next. Let me lower this down so you can see this. It springs out of this. So we want to see bullish divergence here. We want to see this is low. See how it's low here with low volatility? So we want to see the low. We want to see bullish divergence in this region. We want to see maybe a scare event one more time or something of that nature. Doesn't have to. But if we can hold this, then we can target this area again. Now, my friends, round 5,000 of this range. But this is the measured move. It's not my opinion. If we can get back above, break this and send it, trillions are going to enter this space. I am mocked saying this over and over. I'm mocked every time I say this, but it's not my opinion. This is just how it works. Once you break a pattern, okay, fake out, okay, you can take this measured move and apply it to the breakout and look where price goes. So it's not my opinion. I'm not making it up. So it's if we do something. So if we can manage to hold this area, the indicators are suggesting it. Could we get scam wicks? Yes. Whales are trying to accumulate. They need to liquidate you first. So mentally prepare for that. But if you're seeing it under bullish divergence and we manage to hold this area and we begin to move higher, this is what we target. This is the highs, the equal highs. Then you're going to be tested. If we can break above and hold it as support, trillions are going to enter this space. Are you going to be there? The majority of people listening to this video are probably not going to be there. They're probably not. So, but I want to. So you know what my strategy is? I limit sell on my maps. I build my maps. I set limit sell orders. Like I'll give you an example. So for this particular chart, I'm looking at these prices for Junction Coin. Someday I'm looking at this, but I already took 40% profits. I did right here at the value area high. Why? Because it's at value area highs. But bro, you said we're going to, this is your map for Junction Coin. Yeah, I took 40%. But why? Because we're at value area highs. I'm looking to buy again. I'm waiting for a little bit more pain, to be honest with you, to buy this again. I'm waiting for the VWAP. I'd like to see the VWAP come in next week. This is what I'd like to. I got this low. It broke down on me. So my first buy entry, my second buy entry is going to be here. And where would it be? Below value. And so I'm looking for this region. I don't know why I'm going off on a tangent, but this is where I'm looking to buy this VWAP, and I'm looking to take profits at my levels. Okay, this is why I take limit sell orders. I set my alerts, then I'll set my alerts. So no matter what, if I get these three, okay, and it goes up into this region and dunks and it's dead, I make something. Okay, so that's why limit sell orders are how I play it. And this is one of the most volatility time periods ever. And price goes up. Look at how fast price. And anybody remember me talking about Junction Coin and targeting this level? Look at how fast. Go back and look how fast it took it and then drop. It's supposed to be that way. This is why limit sell orders are your friend. Okay, do the work now. Set your limit sell orders now. Not financial advice. But when it spikes up and then dunks on you, you got something. Nobody listens to that. Everybody just goes on and goes, dude, set your limit sell orders. Just, Okay. Vet. I go on these tangents, man. Vet.
When you look at vet,
Yeah.
when you look at vet, if you could do me a quick favor, Jesse commented and said that it would be great if I know you touched base on the volume profile in the beginning, but he also asked if you could just sort of quickly touch base on that again and anchored volume profile. If you could just sort of talk a little bit about both of those.
Okay, I'll do vet. So I'll explain vet. I'll show you the anchored volume profiles in that one. So we'll do both. We'll do that. Okay, perfect. Okay. I think I did talk about this in the last live stream. Perfect. Okay. But this is actually a really good example. I'm really glad you told me to do this. So as you can see in my previous videos, we talked about the ranges, value area high. These have been cleared. I'm going to leave them just in case. But we've rejected the value area high. See how we're above value? We reclaim value. What do we target? The point of control. See why my alerts here? I've been telling everybody, wait on vet. Wait on vet. Wait on vet. Tell the point of control. You're going to want to wait for this area to look to accumulate because this point of control would need to hold. If we lose the point of control, you're going to make new lows. So I've seen many, many times where we can take the point of control and send. That can happen. I've seen many times where we go to this point of control and delete through it and go straight to the value area low. So if we go into this region, it's wakey time. Okay. I cannot promise you that the point of control will hold. I cannot know that. But it is a trade scenario. You can come in here. You're looking for bullish divergence. You're looking for everything to tell you it's bullish. You're looking for swing failure patterns. You're looking for failed auctions. You're going to see if this is the low. You would target the what? The value area high. That's what you would target on a long-term time frame. Now, in my opinion, what I would do if this was me, okay, if this was me and I'm waiting for this, okay, if I get an entry, I'm not going to be stupid and go all in with 100x leverage and leverage my house because we can still go to the value area low. But if we do manage to find a low here at the point of control, which should be support, then you're going to turn on your volume profiles on a large or your VWAP indicator, and you're going to zoom out and you're going to take the larger time frames, and I would put limit sell orders, not financial advice, but this is what I do. I'm not ashamed to tell you what I would do, but I'd front run these levels. If I accumulate this range and this range holds, I'm putting limit sell orders here and I'm front running them for you. Wink, wink, wink. Okay. I front run them because my levels are front run by stupid. This is why I do it. Because I'm targeting this, but I'm front running it for you. So no matter what happens, hopefully, you get something off the table. So this is how I would make this trade scenario based on the volume profiles, not my opinion, not based on the VWAP, not my opinion. So
and can I add one thing? You are on the weekly profile.
Yes.
So, when people are pulling the ranges, obviously the ranges can be different between, pulling on a shorter time frame, a 5-minute, 15-minute in that area range. So
I'll explain that. Okay,
perfect.
So you got to ask yourself, okay, so there's two different scenarios and two different fixed volume profiles that you pull. You got to ask yourself, are we in an impulse wave down or are we sideways? Okay, so if you're going to zoom out, okay, you're zooming out, you're pulling the entire data that you have in front of you. You're going to pull the entire all candles. You want to see where the majority is. That's where the majority is in vet. So that's what we're going to target. Okay. So this is the context of the window we're looking at for the entire duration of this asset class. But that's the context of us zooming out. Okay. When we zoom out, that's the context. But say you're a day trader or you're a swing trader and you want to pick up these type of moves. Okay. These type of moves. Okay. Then what you could do is you can pull on fixed volume profiles of ranges and impulses. So I'll give you an example. So we're going to go here. We're going to go from this low to this high. Okay. I just want to know that this data right here from this, the beginning to the low, we're going to put it on there. Now look what happens. Price comes up, gets into value, reclaims and holds value. See these candles? Come here. Check it out. Price comes up, holds it, back tests it as support, clears through value, and does what? Back tests and holds above value. So you know it's bullish. You target higher because you're above value. Now, that is a choppy sideways range, is it not? So you see how this is choppy in sideways? So if this was the last candle you saw, okay, you don't see any of this. You only see this. Okay, I'm going to try to hide it for you. This is chop. This is sideways. So you'd want to pull from this all the way with the data you have to see this sideways range. Buy below value, sell above value. Buy below value, sell above value. There's 5 trades in here that you could have had in this range. Okay. But you have to have stop losses. You have to be smart here. But this is a sideways range. This is chop. Then you have impulses. Okay. You have this impulse of just this violent move higher. So in that time frame, how I play it is I run from the tippy to the bottom. I go from this one to the top. I want to know that data. Okay. This data right here. Okay. This is an impulse. Okay. So this is the data we have here. And look, when price is above value, you're above premium pricing. Are you 500x longing this range? No. Stranger danger. Okay. You're not buying this. It's against the rules. Okay. But you're looking to sell because you're above value. Okay. You're above value. Are you above this red line? Yes. You should be cautiously aware of this and saying, I am selling. I'm getting out. And they did. So now you're looking at this and you're going to say, this is the sideways choppy range. See this little chop range? You have this high, this low, this high, this low. And say we're only looking at it here. Okay. We're looking at it right here. This is all the data we have. Is it going to collapse? I don't know yet. So we're going to pull the data all the way. I want to know from this low. Okay, I'm going to go to here. I want to see this low. So I want to pull this candle. See, you have this consolidation candle. Then you have these lows. So I'm pulling from this candle right here to get this low, to get this low, and to get this high. And all the data that's in it. Okay, that's why I'm choosing this candle. Because I want to see everybody within this range. Then I pull over. And I see, okay, we have more data. Then I'll pull over more. Okay, more. And then it collapses. Is price coming in, accepting value? Yes, but it rejects the point of control and loses value again. So pull on my flow chart. What is my flow chart warning you about? My flow chart's warning you. It should be alarm bells should be alerting you, warning you that it's rejecting the point of control. It's seeking lower value. It's rejecting, and it does. So what do you target? The value area high, point of control, and value area low. And look what happens. Okay? Comes in, clears the point of control of this, and holds. So what do? You're going to pull value of this high to this low. Okay? Just rinse and repeat. You're going to go from this high. Now hopefully this is answering your question. We're going to pull value. Where does price go? Above the point of control, test it as support, comes up, can't get it. It still can't get to the value high and just rejects. So rinse and repeat over and over. So you can now see how you have this kind of chop and sideways range. You have this upper range now. So it's more data. So this is giving you larger term context of this entire upper range. I would consider this what they call an upper range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull onto this chart everything of this high from this little range. So you have this range. We're going to grab this one. You have this little range here See this little range here? And you have this range here, and you've reclaimed this range. See, you have this range, this bottom range, and you have this top range of data, okay? And you've reclaimed it. You're targeting this point of control. So moving forward, if you can hold what I'm targeting, you can target this area. This would be the value area low, take profit 1. Why do you take profit here? Because what if it rejects this value area low and dunks to the point of, or this value area low here? What are you going to do? That can happen. And we can form another sideways range here. I don't know what's going to happen. So this is why you take your limit sell order. You're buying because this needs to hold the support. If it rejects the point of control, well, this actually would be triggered too. So you could take this, take profit. If it rejects the value area low, you made something. Okay? If you can't get inside this upper value, then it's no bueno. But let's say you do target value and you get inside value, you would target the point of control. And look, I already made you the map. See the map? I made that before I made this video. Okay? Made the map, then I started pulling value. There's Pac-Man right there, the point of control. Value area low. I hope this clicks for you, my friend. And then if you reject, you got your 3 take profits. It takes below value. It's over. Did you make something? Yes. People struggle with this. People struggle with this because they want certainty in the markets, and you're never, ever, ever going to get certainty. So people demand it, desire it, they want it. It's never going to happen. You will never get certainty. If someone claims certainty, they're lying, because I can never know. The only thing this is what I can know, and this is what you can know, is where you are within value. It doesn't lie. Value cannot lie to you. It's not something you can make up. It is or it is not. It's just how you read it. I built you the flow chart. Take that flow chart, memorize it. I promise you. Go back test every single chart. Try it on the 1 minute time frame. Try it on the 5 minute time frame. Try it on the yearly time frame. It will shock you at how beautiful it is. I'm just so thankful that in my office many years ago, it just clicked. It was just a beautiful thing. So I hope that helps you with VET, and hopefully it explains auction market theory a little bit better for you, and how you can follow Pac-Man, and why you choose to run volume profiles or fixed volume profiles a certain way. That's really important to know that. A lot of people struggle with that, so I'm really glad you asked that question, because why would I choose to this range? Just like Bitcoin. You know, we have multiple ranges. I'll explain why I got so bullish. Here, I want to take a quick second to help you out a little bit more, okay? I'm going to delete a lot of this noise and want to help you with why I was so bullish here once we reclaimed 33K. I'm going to explain it. So see how you have this little mini range, this upper range right here? So we're going to pull value from this low, and we're going to get all this data. Check this out. See this little upper range? I'm going to draw a box so you can see it. This low, we're going to go all the way over, and we're going to hold it up, okay? That's this range. I want to know it. So I'm going to pull on the fixed volume profile. I'm going to go to this bottom, okay, to this area. That's where it is. There's value. Check this out, my friend. When price comes down to this region, let's do it on this range here. We're going to pull this value of this range. See this? This low, this candle, this low, this high. We're going to pull value from all of this. I want to know this data, so I'm going to grab it. There's this range. Okay, see this range? Does price come up to the value area low? Look at this COVID. Look at this perfect back test of the point of control. Look at it. It's not a lie. It's perfection. It's beautiful. Rejection off the value area high and people blame COVID? No. It went to the point of control, my friend. Then it comes up, gets above the value area high and holds it as support. You target higher prices. Mini range. You come back into the range. Right here. You come back into the range. You're rejecting. I said, if we reclaim 33,000, it's Send City, baby, because Pac-Man is triggered. We're going to, my target was 100 and what was it? I forget. I was front run. 128,000 was my target. So we come up, we reject, we couldn't reclaim, and then we do. And look at what Pac-Man does. Just deletes through the majority, my friends. Deletes through them. And what does it do? It comes through the majority. Look, there's the majority. Comes up through them and then does what? Back test it as support. Look at this perfection. Boom. What do? You target higher prices. Okay, now check this out, my friends. Check this out. This is why I'm not afraid here. Okay, we're going to pull on value from this low to this high. Okay, we're going to go from this low to this high. Where are we within value? If we can hold this value area high, we are seeking higher value. It's not my opinion. Okay, it's just not. But if we reclaim value, this is why it's such a pivotal time frame. You know, if we reclaim value, that's where value is. See my alerts? It's not my opinion. So if we can hold value area highs, just like this scenario here, right there, I'm showing you the exact same thing that is happening right before our eyes. If we can hold the value area high right here, boom. I don't know what's going to happen, but if we do, I am having courage for higher prices. Okay? And then I go, okay, what can I target? The value of this downtrend, like I showed you at the very beginning of this video. So I really hope that helps show you. I mean, I think it's a perfect display of exactly what I'm telling you of what could happen. But the levels will help you decipher each event, because I cannot know what's going to happen at this value area low. I never can. But I will know that if we can reclaim it, I know what Pac-Man's telling me it wants. So I hope that helps with that scenario. Bitcoin's a lot better of an example on why I pick certain frames. So hope that helps, my friend. But also in the future, we can turn this all off and show this. This is kind of a, if we break down and have a bad time period, well, we can pull all this data, because this would turn into a very large sideways range. See this from this value, hold above value, higher, reclaim value, no point, no. So this is why I'm not afraid here. Thanks, bro, for all you do. No problem, Shep. Love the movie, by the way. Oh my goodness, an hour and 17 minutes. Okay, did I take care of everybody? Okay. Yeah, from my end, I can't see any other chats. Let's see.
Yeah,
here.
I think that's it. I mean, unless you've got, yeah, I mean, I'm not checking Kick or any of the other ones, but
Yeah, I think we'll call it here. But I want to say just thank you for stopping in tonight. I do have a request for those that are watching. It would just mean the world to me if you would go to the Microsoft Store or Google Play and look up TradeSafe AI. Give me a rating. You know, that's all I'm asking for, a rating or a review. They're all free, so I want you to have them. I want you to use them. I want you to have them. But the algorithm, retweet, like, I rarely ever ask for that. But right now, this is a dog-eat-dog world, especially in the Twitter space. And, you know, I want to say, my heart goes out to you guys, because everyone's banging their head or banging the hammer on you and just telling you to buy this and buy that. And, you know, I really do feel bad about it. You know, so my heart does go out to you, because everybody's asking for money and everybody's asking for likes and retweets, because Twitter's dead. Wink, wink, wink. That should be another warning sign for you that, hey, pay attention. Everybody hates crypto. Everybody hates crypto. My analytics are absolutely in the trash, because I don't shill. I don't, you know, when there's red candles, I don't exploit it. Thanks, Shep. Appreciate it, my friend. You know, I don't exploit people when red days. In fact, I do the exact opposite. When there's red days, I'm encouraging. That doesn't get you likes. That gets you FUs and clowns. You know, when price is going up, I'm warning. We're at the value area highs. Warning. You're an idiot. We're going to the moon. What are you talking about? Happens every time. So, just if you can, give us a like and a retweet, or, you know, rating. Mean the world to me. So yeah, that'd be great. Anything else, Zach?
no, that's it. And it looks like Shep put the links down below in the X chat for the Google Play and the app on the Microsoft Store. So go check them out. The desktop app is actually a really amazing tool. You don't even have to be a trader to utilize the benefits of that app. It does solve multiple problems. So, but we're always here to see you guys succeed in the trading space for sure.
So yeah, appreciate you, Shep. Thanks for doing that for me. We plan on doing more live streams in the future. Give us a follow at TradeSafe AI. A lot of our videos are going to be based out of that, and we're going to go. So what you'll see in this channel moving forward is, me and Zach have been talking about, how we do things, and one of the things that I do is I always show a solution. I'm a solutions guy, but I never showcase the problem. And so that's what me and Zach are, we're going to focus on a lot of the pain points that people have. And so if you're struggling with, hey man, I keep getting stopped out. I keep getting wrecked, dude. I get stopped out every single time I'm in the trade, and then it just shoots up and it shoots up, man, without me. It happens every time. If that's your pain point, reach out to me. Or I don't understand this, or I could really use more knowledge in that, or you just whatever you can think of, the pain points that you're struggling with. I want to provide solutions for that. And so that's what me and Zach want to do moving forward, is find out what's missing in the space. I know what's missing is the education is just tailored to high traders, like people that have full knowledge of order flow and understanding, when 99% of us don't even know what candles mean. And so that's where my audience is, and what I want to tailor my content to is the guy that's, I don't even know what a candle means. That's who I'm going for. So, and want to help, because that's who's going to get wrecked if they don't have a methodology. Because euphoria comes, they decide they're geniuses, they buy, they get wrecked. And that's what happens every time. That's what happened to me in the beginning. And yeah, don't want that to happen for other people. So again, appreciate you guys. That's it, Zach. We're good, yeah?
Yep, we're good. We appreciate everybody taking the time to watch tonight, and to continue to support us too.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here. I mean, we've all had learning experiences, myself included, and that's why we provide this information to help protect you guys by teaching you the fundamentals, how to read these charts, right? How to use the tools effectively to help you be a better trader and to protect your capital, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the main thing, is to protect your money. So, but we appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody tuning in.